Welcome back to the SHU Program, people. We missed you. We missed you. We're bringing you another great one today. Home of the 23-hour lockdown. Yes, it is him himself. We got EJ in the house. EJ, what's happening, man?
What's good, y'all? What's going on?
We got Jay over there. Jay, what's going on, brother?
Doing great, yes, sir.
Got my main man, Marv, in the building. What's up, Marv?
Yeah. What's good?
Hey, man, y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe. Help us get our subscribers up, y'all. We're a new channel, man. We're just trying to bring y'all some content, trying to bring y'all some laughter, some truth, just a little bit of everything all over the spectrum. Go ahead and hit that like button so you know when we drop a video, y'all can tune in. We're going to go ahead and get this show started off. EJ, what we doing today, man? I'm excited.
Man, this has been a long time coming. I know personally we've had discussions of doing this for years now, and finally getting a chance to actually drop it. But for everybody listening, we are going to drop a series. We're calling it our music series. It's going to be the top 20 greatest rappers of all time, in our opinion. So each one of us, we're going to go the top greatest R&B artists of 1965 through 1990. We're going to do the top R&B artists from 1990 through the present. So that's today. And then we're going to do the top R&B groups. That includes bands and vocal groups. So we got a lot coming for y'all. Like I said, we've been waiting on this one. As you can tell, Cam's excited. I'm excited. Marvin, J too. Today, strictly, we're going to talk about rappers because I know we got a lot of strong opinions on the rap game and everything going on today. So we're going to hop in and get going and start at 20 and go all the way through 10 right now. So I think it would be best and fitting, Marv, to start off with you, man, and go ahead and give us your 20 through 16. So that's starting from the bottom and giving us 5 real quick, man.
Starting from the bottom and going to 16.
Yeah, we just give us the 5 you got from 20 to 16.
Okay, I'll say this. A lot of my list is gonna be based on preference, man, to be real, and what I listen to. So 20 through 16. 20 is, I'm giving that to Larry June. This one, I would say, probably needs to be higher, but it's just honestly, actually, I'm gonna swap him out. Definitely gonna swap him out. 19 is gonna be Method Man. 18 is gonna be Kanye. 17, and this is just me personally, E40, and 16 is Drake. So 16 to 20, that's my personal list of just like what I would say my top is.
So for everybody listening, you just gave us 5. Is there a particular reason why you have the people that you've named so far, that down low? I know the people who are listening, a lot of young people listening, they know about Drake. They really heavy into Drake. Is there a reason you got Drake so far down on your list?
Me, because here's my thing. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a Drake super fan, but I respect his pen. I respect some of his music. Like, so my thing is gonna be based on preference. And then if you think about literally just the rap game in general, as much as people may put Drake on this high scale, I can find other artists to me that I think are doper than Drake to put over in that list. Now, accomplishment wise, I mean, sure, there's not going to be pretty much anybody that's just as successful as Drake. Heck, if that's the case, you might as well put him at 2 on most people's list, if not 1. But I mean, personally, probably who 1 is going to be on most people's list. Also, I think it's going to be a generational thing. It's just what people, depending on when you were born, like when you discover rap, like it's a lot of factors. And I think just from my upbringing, how much rap that I know about and have listened to, and just quality of music and even influences, man, like you can reckon to put him where he is. I mean, heck, if you see who I put as 15 above him, you have to give him that because the man himself said, hey, this person directly influenced how I rap now. So,
I feel you. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to you, Marv. I'm going to go ahead and go through everybody. We're going to come back and we're going to discuss as a group. So, Cam, go ahead and give me your 20 through 16, man.
All right. So number 20, this one here is just a personal favorite, man. He actually would be number 1 on my list, but of course, I got to pay homage to the people that actually deserve it. But that's Player Fly, my number 20, man, hometown hero.
That's what's up.
Man, you know, I started, it was the first rap I started listening to at 11, man. I listened to every single song. I know every single song by this dude, every single word. Like, that's just my favorite. Um, 19, man, I got Nip, man. Nip, actually, I've listened to his music more lately. I just didn't get up on Nip early enough, man. That's honestly why he's down there. That's really it. 18, UGK. I'm a South dude from the South, man. You know, we love that Southern music. 17, I got DMX. Um, Man, that dude, everybody know what he meant, and that's not because of what happened to him either. This is strictly music. And then at 16, man, I got Jadakiss, man. I started to put either the Locks or Jada, but I mean Jada, that dude in the Locks. So man, he just been consistent, man. And just, I mean, he really could be up higher just depending on how you view him. But for what I listen to, he has 16, man. And again, as we're all going to reference, number one, these are personal lists, just as what we listen to, how much we listen to them, blase, blase. Number two, we can make 20 different lists and it would be 20 different numbers probably. So, you know, no disrespect to anybody left out. It's just what we grew up on. So that's all it is.
Gotcha. So my question for you, Cam, is going through your first 5 of this list. Who would you say you listen to the most in that 5 today?
Today, Nip, easy.
So you say your favorite album is what's the last one you put out, man? By him? Victory Lap.
Man, listen, that album jam. I mean, even his older music jam too. I mean, it's a little bit more hardcore, not as refined, but it's still jam. Yeah, this Victory Lap, man, that was a great production. Like, that was just a great album, man. And even the later music that he did with John Legend and DJ Khaled, man, that song is fire. Like, yeah, but Nip is that dude, man. If I would have got a hold of him earlier in life, he would have been higher on the list.
I feel you. All right, we're gonna push forward. Jay, give me your 5 starting from 20 to 16, man.
All right. At number 20 is the recently passed one of the greats, DMX. He was in a lot of he did a lot of movie work, so I appreciate his acting too, and he contributed to a lot of soundtracks to that.
What
Yes. He also has one of my favorite songs, "What You Really Want From a." But anyway, yeah, that's what that with Cisco. That's a classic, man. Number 19, I actually have a group. This Wu-Tang. I would get them higher, but because they're a group, I put them kind of low. But Wu-Tang is definitely 19. A lot of my early hip hop that I've listened to. That's what I grew up on is Wu-Tang. Number 18 is Nelly. Oh my God, this dude, when he came into the game, he changed it forever with that Midwest sound. And before 50 Cent kind of took over, like Nelly was, bruh, you could not escape hearing this dude's music. And then he came in with the Saint Lunatics and changed. Yeah, Nelly he's definitely on my list. Yes, well, yeah, we know about that. For sure. Number 17, I give it to Snoop Dogg. That's also an artist that I grew up with. I don't really talk about Snoop Dogg a lot, but he's someone that I've been around his music. I've listened to his music through my pops. Some of those songs are like, they bring back good memories when I listen to them. He's definitely up there, and his style is unique. That lazy, kind of laid back, casual way he raps is just that flow is just beautiful. None can do it like he can. And for 17, I got another group, Outkast. What can I say about Outkast, man? You have Andre 3000, and you got Big Boy. Bruh, these guys are one of the most deep lyrical. The way they play with the metaphors and just I don't know, they every time they put out a song, it's like they're having fun, but they have that impressive lyrical pen and make great music that accompanies it. So there you go. That's my 20 to 16.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
That was kind of fresh. So for me, Jay, I'm gonna have to give you one because I know Marvin knows this about me, but I'm a huge Nelly fan. I think, like you said, Nelly changed the game in rap. Like, people don't give him enough credit and what he actually did in the game. So I'm gonna have to give you credit on that one. Because Nelly was hot. I mean, you can go all the way back to Homer, Sweatsuit, Nellyville.
Made on the eye.
Yeah, bro.
Nelly above the dog, though.
Nelly did this thing. Hey, so it's a personal list for Jay, but
yes, personal list opinion.
Nelly above the dog, though, bro.
We gonna discuss. Listen,
you gonna get mad. You gonna get mad as we go through.
Yeah,
Nelly above the dog is fucking crazy.
Woo.
Hey, like I said, it's everybody.
We'll go back.
Yeah. What you got, EJ?
Man, all right. So for me, I had to go ahead and put my man on here because I still listen to this guy today, and when I listen to his stuff, I listen to his older stuff, obviously, because he's not really putting out stuff that's worth listening to today. But for 20, I had to go with 50, man. My freshman year of high school is when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped, and that was the soundtrack to my freshman year, bro. Like, and it was the whole album. It wasn't just, in the club, like, What Up Gangsta, Many Men, High All the Time, 21 Questions, Don't Push Me. Like, 50 had to get on my list somewhere because the dude, in my opinion, he kind of, for that time period, in the early 2000s, 50 was killing the game. So that's number 20 on my list. 19, which is probably gonna be a shocker to a lot of people that I got him so low. I had to give him a spot because I respect his flow and I respect his style, and that's gonna be Eminem. So I had to put him on the list. I know he's low, but for me, like we said, listening to certain people, listening to certain individuals, like, I wouldn't put him in the top 10 of my list, personal list, because I don't listen to him like that. But I have certain albums like the Eminem Show, and honestly, I like Kamikaze too, that came out recently. So I had to put him on the list. Number 18 for me is going to be DMX. I know y'all pretty much said everything we said about DMX already, but he had to make the list too, man. And DMX for a multitude of reasons, not even just his albums or whatever, but I liked that nigga in his movies. Honestly, his movies weren't that great, but I thought he was cool in the movies, man. So I had to give DMX a spot just for the fact of how he changed the game in general and just what he brought to rap. So DMX would be number 18 for me. Number 17, man, honestly, this dude probably could have been in my top 5. And as Marv will tell you, like, in school, when this dude first came out, I was telling everybody this dude about to take over, he about to be it. And that's Drake. But Drake I can't do the singing all the time, man. I can't do it. And if he had albums that were 70% rap and 30% singing, he would probably be in my top 7 at least. But I had to give him a spot because the dude's too talented. Even though he write his stuff is fire, so I had to put him on the list. And 16 for me, gonna be Busta, man.
Nice.
High school was really, like I said, for me, just listening to rap in high school for me was it. And I know y'all remember the song "Break Your Neck" from Busta, man. Yeah, bro. I have never had a song in my life that's got me more hyped for a sports game than that shit. Like, I probably listened to that for 2 years in high school. Anytime I got ready to go play a basketball game, it was my walkout intro in baseball. Like, Busta was it for me, bro. The Coming in '96, bro. So yeah, Busta had to be on my list. So I'll give him 16, bro.
That's a good list.
Yeah.
Listen, before we get into this discussion, man, anybody got any honorable mentions that they just want to throw out there? I just thought of a couple, man. Busta, I definitely up there. Mystical is another honorable mention I wanted to throw out there, man. But if anybody else had one, man, just that they thought of, that just jogged real quick.
I got Well, I'm gonna say this real quick because he mentioned I don't have him on my top 20, but I did have Busta Rhymes on my honorable mentions. I have Met the Man, and I know y'all gonna get mad about this, but Lil Wayne is not in my top 20.
He's an
Okay,
honorable
boy.
mention.
Crazy.
He's an honorable mention.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Hey, I know we just said, I just said that it's personal, but as an honorable
Hearts.
mention, you can't even get 20.
When I'm looking at my
And it starts.
I'm liable to snatch somebody off. Like I need to redo my list. But I know one thing. I know one person who's not going to be an honorable mention and who probably needs to be on my list. I don't know where that nigga Juvenile is going to be on that list, bro.
I feel
Okay.
Juvenile, in my opinion, beneath Wayne and probably Scarface, is probably one of the greatest Southern rappers ever, bro.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. For me, bro, and it hurt. When it comes to rap, I'm incredibly biased, so I'm just gonna put that out there right now. For some people, in general, I had to put in my honorable mentions because I didn't think he would be able to make the top 20, and that's The Game, man. The documentary is probably in my top 20 albums of all time, and it hurt me to leave him off, but The Game is definitely one of my honorable mentions, and then probably it's another guy that could easily go on the list, but T.I., man, I left him off.
Oh man.
Two
I left T.I. off.
goofies, bro, that destroyed their music legacies by terrible things on the internet, man. Game to me is probably one of the greatest West Coast rappers ever, but his offline shenanigans has literally killed his mystique. 100 bars. Yeah. This man made 100 bars and running, bro.
Yeah.
100 bars and running.
Yeah. The game is nasty.
Funniest 40-year-old dude I've ever seen on the internet my entire life next to me.
Hey, the documentary. Hey, salute, man. That was a movement, bro. That wasn't an album. That was a movement.
That was a big thing. And heck, I even say this. Besides all of the stuff he did in the early 2000s, I still think Jesus Peace is one of this nigga's top 3 albums of all time. Hands down. And that was made in what, 2017, 2016?
Jesus Peace was Ale Boombaye.
Yeah, Jesus Peace was a phenomenal album, bro.
Fire.
But how you gonna Jay, man?
Here we go with the Lil Wayne, huh?
Nah, I'm getting to the list, man. Bro. Snoop and Outkast. Oh, man.
I have to see who you put above the dog and Snoop, bro. Earl is crazy, bro.
As we go through, I could. Yeah, you want me to go through I can go through the next 5 right now if y'all want. I'll start.
Hold on. Let me throw in one more honorable mention, man. He didn't make my list, and that's Cameron. He didn't make my list, bro. So
Killer's definitely honorable mention, man. Because Killer, wow. Yeah. Jim Jones is an honorable mention on mine too.
Gotcha.
That whole Dipset was a movement.
Oh yeah.
Jim Jones, in my opinion, what a lot of people may not even agree with me on. Jim Jones makes the best albums out of Dipset. People not gonna agree with that though. And Jim Jones has made better albums, in my opinion, than Cameron. If you really wanted to sit down and look at it. And I love Cameron.
I mean, I can't really debate that wholeheartedly because I don't listen to Jim Jones like that.
Jim's albums are phenomenal, bro. This last album this nigga made, this El Capo album, is phenomenal, hands down. I would say probably one of his best projects ever since what was it, Summer in Harlem or whatever it was.
Yeah,
phenomenal album.
Cool. All right, cool. Let's go ahead on Jay. You're gonna start us off this round and give us your next 5, man.
All right. Well, at number 15, it's the great Ludacris. Talk about some of the one of the nastiest flows in hip hop ever.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is he's amazing and made some of the most. His music is very catchy too. I almost want to say that some of his hip hop almost has a pop feel to it at times. I don't know if y'all agree or disagree, but his lyrical ability is fantastic. His flow is very unique. I know I talked about flow earlier with Snoop Dogg, but Ludacris has a very specific flow too, and he's a great lyricist as well. Love his music. At number 14, I have the great Ice Cube. Yes, Ice Cube is definitely one of my favorite artists. But also, as we all know, he's one of the best hip hop writers in the game. He's contributed to the majority of the NWA success due to that writing, and I also have NWA as one of my honorable mentions as well. With number 13, I have Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick.
All right,
I ain't trying to do that. My bad, bro. Hey, that came out. That was genuine.
That's why I said it's slow. I don't know. That's why I said it's slow. I tried to put it out easy. But yeah, Kendrick Lamar, man. I told EJ this before, but I don't like that those little stupid voices, like, you know, that these artists be making and stuff like that. That kind of turns me off from the music at times. Like Chance the Rapper does that a lot, all them baby voices and stuff like that. It can be
Kung
creative.
Fu Kenny, bro. That's Kung Fu Kenny. Come on now, man.
Hey, bro.
But it is, I can't have my hip hop with baby sounding. I just don't like that. Sometimes it works, not all the time. I hate that stuff. I know
on this list, bro.
Anyway, Kendrick Lamar number 13. I will say I'm looking forward to his new project. We haven't heard from him, and J. Cole, like we talked about J. Cole before. If this is average, J. Cole's new album Off Season, it was average to me. I give it a 3 out of 5. I'm hoping Kendrick can come out with something stronger whenever he does. So I'm hoping for that.
The average J. Cole project. I don't even agree with that.
Off Season, you didn't think Off Season was average?
Hell no! I thought Off Season. I feel like Off Season is probably like one of his best albums. It's top 2 easy.
It is not. No, it's not. It's not top 2. But that's my opinion. That's, you know, I respect your opinion if you think so.
All right.
All
right.
Number 12. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 12. After Kendrick, I have J. Cole. I have J. Cole. J. Cole
better than Kendrick.
You got J. Cole.
Yes, I told y'all that. I told y'all before. This ain't new news. This ain't new. Yeah, J. Cole. I like J. Cole better than Kendrick. I think his production and is able to produce some great beats and on his earlier projects.
Better production than Kung Fu Kenny, cuz.
Well, I'm not talking about better production when it comes. I'm not comparing production. I'm comparing overall everything. So it's not just production with J. Cole, but it's also his lyrical ability, the stuff that he raps about, the stuff that he talks about. It puts me in a good mood when I listen to it. Sometimes it motivates me. I enjoy his music. I think he's a real dope lyricist. He's at number 13 though, and right after J. Cole, before J. Cole, I should say, at number 11, I have someone that a lot of people feel J. Cole is modeled after, and that's Nas. And I have Nas at number 11. Nas is one of the best rappers ever. He's one of the best lyricists in my opinion. We all know that a lot of his music has suffered because of production and the sound, but the lyrical ability is almost unmatched in a way. And let's not forget, he took part in one of the best beefs in hip hop history of all time between Jay-Z and himself. And they put out some great hits. I remember not too long ago I was watching some YouTube videos going over that whole beat back in the day, because that was really big when I was growing up. But yeah, Nas is there at number 11. There you go. 15-11.
Cool. I mean, I was gonna ask you something kind of leading into your next 5, but I think we already all kind of asked you about it. You really got J. Cole over Kendrick? Like, as far as like
that's what I'm saying.
His career at this point?
I like J. Cole's music more than I like Kendrick's. Yes, I do. Unfortunately.
And that's cool. That's cool. I can take that point. but that's where it's gotta.
It's just like, but hey, it don't stop here. It don't stop here because when I go to my next 5, y'all probably gonna be really mad because there's another 2 artists that we always compare, and we say that they are the greats, and I have one of them ranked. They're not in my top 5. So
No,
wait till you. So you
we'll get there.
We'll get there. Top 5s are debatable though. So at this rate, like,
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I'm not a big proponent of just like, oh man, like the hip hop Mount Rushmore has to be these 5. Like, that's debatable too. Anything's up for you.
Yeah.
Who's
Cam,
next?
Cam, let's go ahead and get your next 5.
All right. So at 15, I got Nas. I agree, lyricist. The best diss track ever made, ever. No subliminal messages. I mean, literally the first 3 words, I can't say it, but literally, like, you already know what time it is. We're not gonna disrespect either like that. Number 1 diss track of all time. But sometimes it's hard to catch on to with the overall of his music. He has some hot songs. Just because of his flow, you got to make sure you're listening to him instead of really just vibing with the music. I got to make a change, man. At 14, I'm gonna come in with Eminem. I did have him higher on my original list. The reason I moved him down, man, was because I was really just going off of a few songs that I liked instead of the whole body of work. And I just started to think about it a little bit more just now, and I didn't really feel a lot of that Slim Shady stuff. A lot of his earlier work or a lot of his crazier stuff, man, it just wasn't really up my speed. So I'm gonna have him at, what's that, 14.
Yep.
All right. Then we got 13. We're gonna go with J. Cole, man. J. Cole quickly rising up there. I mean, all the way from Dollar in a Dream. I mean, he's just solid. Ain't nothing too much more to say about that. 12. I'm gonna go with Luda. Southern favorite. We know everything that's said about him already. Ludacris is Ludacris, man.
Yes, sir.
So what we at? Number 10? No, we're at number 12 now. I'm gonna go with Ross. Rick Ross, man. So I honestly wanted to not like this dude's music just because of his persona. Like, I really did go after every reason to hate his music. But dude just be jamming, man. And after a while, I was like, man, I don't even like this dude for his, because I don't believe in, how he came on the scene. I don't really agree with it. But man, over the years, the dude just make flawless music that you can put in your car and just jam to. So
Ross
I got him there. And then right above him, man, I got Drake. Really for the same reason. Really for the same exact reason, man. Except I think Drake just maybe do it a little bit better at times when it comes to just a song. With his features and stuff, and just stuff you can vibe to or whatever. Especially if you do extracurricular activities, man, it's really cool to just chill out to. So that's my next 5 right there, man.
Pretty solid. Who did you say was 12 again, Cam? I just want to remember. I'm making
I got I had just changed my list. So I had Nas, then M, then J. Cole, Ludacris, Ross, Drake.
Gotcha. Rick Ross is solid, and that's one person I think that I don't have on my list, but that I can say I do listen to. It's just hard when you got to do only 20, but I'll give you props because Rick Ross is definitely high up there. He's definitely high up there in the game. So
that's true. I agree with EJ. What EJ said, like Rick Ross, and I love Rick Ross because he made cruising music. Cruising music. You put that in the car and you drive around and you just going out and enjoying your day. You put some Aston Martin music on. Yes, sir.
Yep. Yes, sir. Teflon Don, bro. Ooh, I remember when that came out, man. Yeah, bro. Ross be killing it. So that was a nice ad, Cam. That was good on that. Marv, let's go, bro. Next 5.
All right, man. My 15, Fonte for Little Brother, man. You got to put him above that because if there was no Fonte, there is no Drake. Drake's even said that. Like, I mean, I don't know if you all listen.
I have to agree with that.
Even still to this day, is probably still able to out rap mad rappers. He just doesn't make rap music. So that's 15 for me. 14, Conway the Machine, bro. Y'all may not listen to Griselda, but hey, Conway can rap, bro. These past 3 years, this run of rap from freestyles on Sway in the morning, I mean, it's ridiculous. 80s on the DMX album, like highly respected pen. And honestly, album-wise, his last album was phenomenal. Like an incredible project, and even the one before that. Conway makes phenomenal music. 13, above that, his brother, Westside Gunn. Westside, to be honestly, has not missed since 2015 when I first came across these guys. Every album he makes is like art, is an art piece. Like, is that great. 12, I'm a Southern dude, man. Pimp C, period. Cannot do any wrong. Production-wise, like literally, content-wise, from the 90s all the way out to now, like legendary rapper, man. And I will say 11, to me, Too Short. I'm a huge Too Short fan. Like, Too Short been making albums for 30 years, and I'm gonna be honest with you, all of them sound great. And that's a pretty hard thing to do, to consistently keep rapping that good for that long. And he is the only rapper to have a song with every major artist.
Every single person.
Every artist of every era, Too Short has had a record with him. From Pac, Biggie, all of them. And Jay. Like, Too Short's that guy, man. And this last album he just made, and this man's 50 plus, sounds better than a lot of albums I've heard from most modern artists. Great. Like, Too Short's just a legend. So, okay. I mean, I rock with him. That's just what I got. I mean, there's definitely probably honorable mentions that I could have put in here, but, you know, I'm just going off of preferences of what I listen to, and, you know, just honestly, just the music at the end of the day, man.
I will say that some of those rappers you mentioned, I never heard of in my life, so I can't comment on them. But you listen to rap more deeper than I do.
Speaking of that, that's a good point. That is a good point. I was gonna hit on that, Jay. I do know who Westside Gunn and Conway the Machine are. Like, I know who they are. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I listen to everything they put out, because I don't. So Marvin got me on that one. But would you put them higher than Kanye?
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, man. Like, I love Kanye to death, but I gotta figure out where Kanye goes, because that's the hard thing about Kanye. Kanye's like, he's one of those dudes made phenomenal albums, but it's kind of just like, if I have to think of 20 rappers, right, in the grand scheme of things, historically, to put above Kanye, like, these slots we got these artists in, they make sense. And I ain't even include rappers, honestly, from the 80s on that. The only person from the 80s that made it was a Too Short. But you still got Rakim, like Big Daddy Kane, like all these artists. So, you know, it's just honestly, at the end of the day, I think it's based upon preference too. Preference of what I'm listening to currently, and just honestly who I've consistently listened to over the years. So it's like, I love Kanye to death, but I'll be honest with you, I ain't up here just slapping a Kanye record too often. Just being real. Just like, I haven't just had an urge. I'll probably listen to more Hove records than I listen to Ye records.
Okay.
I do. That's just preference. And if I really want to keep it a bean, hey, there's two artists that I know I'll probably get hella flack for one to put as an honorable mention, at least, that I feel deserve. But I ain't gonna say who they are. Cam knows who they are.
Speak your piece.
Boosie Webby. Yeah. For sure is an honorable mention.
Hey,
Webby?
I don't disagree with that at all, man. Hold on now.
I want to hear Jay, because Jay's tone stood out to me. Jay.
Boosie and Webby.
Okay, here's my thing.
I can make a very viable argument as to why
Boosie for sure. Webby still, but
definitely not Webby.
Savage Life as a run, like album wise, bruh.
Okay, but I have a different take on this, and I'm not saying that Boosie.
That young man made that album 18, bro. That's a phenomenal record. That's like a rap record. Like,
hear me out though, because me being from Louisiana and growing up listening to that type of music being played in, you know, in New Orleans and Baton Rouge, and that's a specific sound from that's a Louisiana sound. Webby and Boosie. To me, that's not. The music that they make is not hip hop. It's like a hybrid. It's a hybrid of hip hop. It's a different type. I wouldn't even. So that's why I would never think to put someone like Boosie or Webby on that list, because Boosie and Webby, because if you're gonna add Boosie and Webby, then that means you can also put Kevin Gates. They all have this particular Louisiana sound. It's a hybrid. It's like that. It's like a party, almost bounce type music. Sometimes they make. It's like a fusion.
But you can see many Southern artists though. That's how we ended up getting, as a collective regionally, we got into music. Like like everybody else.
Yeah, but a lot of the, the artists that came out of New York and LA, that was strictly, straight up, being MCs or being, straight up hip hop. This is a different type of.
What you mean straight up hip hop? Every artist at the West Coast is straight up hip hop?
I'm not saying. My point is, like, the majority of the hip hop artists that I think are hip hop, they come from. First of all, that's not even my point. That's not even my point. I ain't gonna go there because we're gonna start a whole different debate.
You got to say something about the South, and you got the South.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm like, a lot of people make that whole distinction about the South, but I'm like, bruh, people fail to realize that literally hip hop was born out of partying.
No, that's not what I'm saying though. I don't know if I'm being detailed enough. What I'm trying to say is the music, for example, if we stand on Webby and Boosie, the hip hop they make is not comparable to any of these artists, especially on my list. That we've but in general of y'all list too, and they're that sound, they're not. To me, it's not, I guess what I'm trying to say is that the hip hop is not true hip hop to me. What they're doing, it's not true hip hop.
But
so I wouldn't put them on this.
But what I'm saying, if we're gonna put the distinction of true hip hop, I'm gonna tell you right now, most of the artists on our list have to go.
And look, but here's the thing: it's your preference, and
mad artists have to go. Ludacris, Nelly. Like many,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, but I would also, I would have to agree.
What you mean? That's the month he said was Party Records. He said that.
I think that Jay came off wrong. I think I understand what he's trying to say, and so I'm going to say it my way, and hopefully y'all digest it better. Ain't no way in hell none of those two dudes are on this list with none of these dudes. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. Both of them have songs that I like.
That's why I said
have stuff that I like. But I think where Jay was just coming from is he was just like the caliber of artists that we're going through right now, and looking at who we have left to go through and who we've already gone through, they don't fit. So I would agree with Marv, just put them on the honorable mentions and we can move on, because they don't fit the 20. I'm just being real. I'm not the other people that we haven't even mentioned yet. Like
honorable mention wise, you have to.
Right. I had an honorable mention that didn't make it, and that's KRS-One, and he for damn sure should be on here probably. And Boosie and Webby don't come close to that. So I know it's different styles, obviously, but what I'm just saying is like, rappers, like they don't go, bro. They just don't go.
Yeah.
Oh. Just saying. But I respect hip hop, Southern hip hop, So yeah, I don't think Jay was trying to go that route.
Because we can't do that, because we get Southern rappers get pigeonholed for that way, and I'm just like, man, like the artist that I'm gonna mention later in this list is definitely a Southern artist, and he's ranked as lyricist of all time easily.
Wait till you see mine. You will see.
I know you ain't got this dude on your list. I know for a fact.
Well, probably not. Yeah, you probably know somebody I don't know at all. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, or probably don't listen to. But yeah, but I got somebody that I think all one of us respects as one of the best Southern artists that ever come out the South. So,
what you got, EJ, on your next five?
Next five for me, man. At 15, I had Nas. Illmatic, Stillmatic. It was written, Nas. I'm more of a person where I like lyrical content a lot. And I don't necessarily have to have the flyest beat. Like, I don't have to be bobbing my head the whole time. If I can actually vibe with what you're talking about, I'll give it a listen. I'll listen to what you got to say. And so for me, Nas was always talking about something. So a lot of the rappers on my list, some of them a little bit higher, like these people were talking about stuff and they told stories that I actually could vibe with, and that even if I didn't go through it, I could understand it. And you know, Nas is always a person who told stories to me, and he told stories very well. Even if the beat wasn't there, he always did what he had to do, and his stuff was phenomenal. And like Cam said, best diss track either by far, in my opinion. You know what? It is the best, but I'm gonna have to go with number 2 is No Vaseline, because that was kind of nasty.
1A and 1B, 1A and 1B.
Yeah,
that's tough. That's tough.
We'll get on that artist later on my list, but yeah, 15 definitely for Nas. 14 for me is J. Cole. Like we just talked about and like Jay spoke, J. Cole gives off Nas vibes, but he has, in my opinion, I think J. Cole has a little more to his production than Nas has had in the past.
Yes, he did.
I didn't really listen to the latest Nas album that he just won a Grammy for, so I need to go back and listen to that. But J. Cole, man, he's just been consistent, bro. He's been consistent since he came out. I mean, we all know 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Me, that's a classic. You know, I go through that whole track list and listen to it from top to bottom. A lot of people didn't like KOD, but honestly, bro, I mess with KOD, like I really do. I thought it was well put together. I thought it was pretty good.
I don't know about people complaining about KOD. We know what album complain about,
and
we know what it is.
I mean, I'm just saying, I've heard mixed reviews on people from KOD because a lot of people say he was talking about
your eyes only coasting. Throw that out the window, bro.
But here's the thing, like people, and now we're talking about J. Cole. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Like, you can't hold one album against a dude and say that's his whole career, because that's basically what people want to do now. For Your Eyes Only came out, people didn't like it. That's what J. Cole is. That's not what J. Cole is. J. Cole has put out many stuff from the sideline, Born Center, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, Friday Night Lights. J. Cole has put out stuff that he's been fly on, that he's put out that has been successful, that has been great. And one album came out, and people want to act like that's all J. Cole is. So for me, had to put him on the list because he's someone that I listen to pretty much every day, honestly, like at some point. You know, from whatever album it is up until now in the off season. For me personally, I'd probably give the off season a 3.5 out of 5. I'm not gonna sit up here and say it's his 1 or 2 best, but I think I'd probably give it 3. It was pretty good. I hope he comes back on this last one on this next project, and just gives me a little bit more. But it was still pretty solid, and I got a couple tracks in there that I bump consistently now, and I would say, you know, probably half the album I've listened to without skipping. So yeah, J. Cole at 14. I made a substitution at 13. Okay, I initially put this guy on here because one of my favorite artists from the West Coast, who I'll mention later, obviously is Pac. And Marvin knows this, I think everybody knows this, but Pac got a lot of his influence from Scarface, right? I listen to Scarface a bit. I put him on the list at 13 because of just how I think he's affected hip-hop and Southern hip-hop in general. But I had to take him off, put somebody on there that I actually listened to all the time when I was growing up, and that's Ludacris. I heard Jay mention it. I think I heard Cam mention him, and it was stupid for me to leave off somebody that I have listened to like my whole life. Chicken and Beer is one of my favorite albums. I'm gonna be real. Hey, bro, Who Let These Hoes in My Room? Bro. It was crazy because like a lot of these songs, man, I know I was just up here talking about lyrical content, but like Luda could spit, but he did it in a way where it was like he could be funny with it too, but he just dropped knowledge. Like, I love Ludacris, and it was stupid for me to leave him off, so I had to do a switch real quick, and I'm gonna put Scarface in my honorable mentions, only because I can't take anybody else off above. And I know that sounds crazy, but I had to do it. So for me, Ludacris is gonna go at 13 for me. Number 12, Marv will tell you too, this person is special to me. This dude, in my opinion, best album of all time to me, and that's Dr. Dre. The Chronic is my favorite album of all time. Don't care what you got to say. I don't care about nothing that nobody puts out. The Chronic.
Leave him off, bro.
The Chronic is my favorite album.
I forgot about it. That's a big deal. That's a big deal, bro. Like
his first two albums.
Forgot about Dre.
Yeah, in 2001, bro.
Literally forgot about Dre.
For real. Dre, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Dre's up there, dog. 2 albums alone, massive.
Yeah, off 2 albums alone.
He has not made a bad record, and that nigga Kendrick's stuff too. So,
and honestly, bro, Compton wasn't that bad. I'm gonna be real with you. I fool with Compton. I'm gonna be real with you. I like Compton.
All I know
obviously not the Chronic in 2001. Obviously,
he better release them records off of Detox since he's going through a divorce. I know that.
I don't hear about no Detox, Marv. We already talked about that, but I ain't trying to hear about.
Apparently, Too Short is said on his Instagram with telling these short stories that like the best verse he's ever spit in his career is on that album, and I have to hear. And people have been saying like, hey, every record on there like that they put for Dre is like legendary,
bro. Marv, me and you have been talking about Detox since 2007. We are in 2021, bro.
It ain't coming. I think Too Short said like 200 records on the album. He said it's not. He's like he don't know what's. It's like he said I've heard that song. He said I myself have heard that record, Dr. Dre, that never came out 5 times in my entire life, and he was like that's it. So I don't know where it is.
But yeah, bro, The Chronic, 2001, Dr. Dre, Special Place in My Heart, West Coast Rap. I think when me and Cam have been in the car before, I played that album, bro. I mean, The Chronic is just
it's a perfect album. Like if aliens came down and said, "Yo, what does rap sound like?" I'm handing them that album.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. I mean, just from the songs to the skits, the intro, the outro, like, bro, like, perfect. Nigga with a gun, deep nuts.
Literally perfect. There is not a bad record on that album. I tell people, like, a flawless album. Like,
exactly, bro. Exactly. But yeah, so that's Dr. Dre's number 12 on my list. Number 11, bro. I had to put this dude. I mean, he was gonna be on my top 10 anyway. But since we had our discussion the other night, had to put him on here and had to drop some game because. As Birdman would say, you got to put some respect on this dude's name because I'm just tired of disrespect, and that is going to be Common. Like Water for Chocolate was one of my favorite albums growing up, period, and that was early Common, right? He put out B in 2005, and B was ridiculous. When Kanye came into the picture with Common, I think he took Common to a whole different level. I mean, I know he's a conscious rapper, lyrical rapper. Y'all gonna talk about him, the beats and stuff like that, and then whatever. But
beats is fire.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just when you got to be like, I saw an elevation of Common that I hadn't seen before, and I was like, damn, like this is fire. Follow that up 2007 with Finding Forever, bro, and. I don't understand. Like this dude, he's one of the GOATs in my opinion. Like Common is he's just there, man. Like I said earlier, when you're talking about something, I will listen to you. Like, and if you got the production behind you, you got the beats with you. He's just had the total package, man. So for me at number 11, had to go ahead and put Common in there just so, let everybody know what's going on, man.
That's a solid list, man. That's a solid. That Dr. Dre, man, I can't believe I left him. Bro, I grew up on Dre, bro. Like, oh my goodness.
This takes a lot of.
I haven't listened to him in so long. The last thing I listened to was, I think it was Medicine Man with him and Eminem. That was like the last song I just really listened to of his.
The Chronic is a special place in my heart, bro. Like, whenever anybody talks about rap, Dr. Dre comes up every single time. Like, I can't think about rap and him not in the same. And honestly, he would have been higher. But when I had to look at the rest of my list and think of, just off of, more who's put out more albums, who's put out, more classics, or who's put out, just more content, I had to put him down a little bit to fit some other people on. But yeah, bro, Dre is real, man. And not to even count production wise, I'm just going off of albums, really. What he did for Kendrick, what he did for Eminem, 50, like The Game, like, so yeah.
He makes careers, man.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's solid. I don't think.
You know what? You know who else you forgot to mention, EJ? That people forget?
Who?
Busta.
He mentioned Busta.
I already put Busta.
No. I'm talking about Dre's influence on Busta's career.
Oh, yeah. True. Yes.
The Big Bang was Dre.
That is true, sir. That is true. I forgot about that.
So Dre a legend, bro. All I know is it happened after he passed away. We getting this album. I'm releasing the records, and when it happens, I'm losing. The records is getting out, bro. You need to quit playing.
Detox is a like I said, is a myth. The detox
It's a
is
myth.
Bigfoot.
People say
Bigfoot, it's aliens.
hey, it's a myth. Too Short says it's a myth, and he doesn't think it exists, but he was just like stuff for it.
Cool.
But Jay, let's go ahead and start with you, man. Your next 5.
All right, my next 5. Here we go. Y'all gonna get upset too damn bad. At number 10, I got 50 Cent. I'm gonna try to make this quick. Number 10, 50 Cent. 50 Cent literally changed the game. I got to witness it from my eyes. You know, like EJ put, you know, pretty much said, I agree with everything he said about 50 Cent earlier. But I was there as a young kid, and this nigga literally came in and changed the game. So he had to be in my top 10. Number 9. Here's the most controversial one. Tupac. Hey, look, I love Tupac. I think he's a great lyricist. I think he's a great rapper. I'm gonna talk about the positive. I think he was good, but he's just not in my top 5. But Tupac is he's great, legendary. Rest in peace. Number 8, I have Drake. I actually like the new. I call this New Jack Swing too. And if y'all know what I'm talking about with New Jack Swing for the listeners, it's back in the 90s where we had the rappers kind of rapping and also singing. There was a lot of that going on, and Drake kind of reintroduced the second age of New Jack Swing, in my opinion. So without the dancing, well, he does a little bit of dancing, but yeah. So Drake is number 8. Number 7, as I hinted before, one of my favorite artists, and to be honest, I told EJ earlier I could switch some people around. He could actually rotate in my top 5. The best Southern rapper, I think, in my opinion, is the mother effing king, or the king, T.I.P. Thank you very much. T.I. is one of my favorite rappers. Dude, it's just he has so many songs, so many on his album, just so many hitters, bro. It just puts you in the, like, if you in the mood to fight, if you in the mood to, you know, call somebody out, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? It's off the chain. It's off the chain. I can't. T.I. Number 6 above T.I. This can also be interchangeable with T.I.'s position, but number 6 is Jay-Z. What can I say, man? Taught by the great.
What can you say? Wrong number.
All right, man.
Jay-Z.
Be interesting. Let's get through this 6 through 10. Let's get through this 10 through 6. This top 5 about to be interesting.
Keep going, fam.
I'm good. That's Jay-Z, number 6. So next person, I guess.
All right.
Marv, go ahead, bro.
Okay. 10, Scarface. 9, Kung Fu Kenny. 8, Wayne. 7, Ghostface. And 6, I personally, because I may have to substitute this one out. I'm putting Juvie up there, bro.
Oh wow.
At what number?
6.
Juvie up there, bro. Impact,
Top 6?
Impact, bro.
Oh man. Okay.
Or hold on, because
Hey,
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Well, let him go. It's his list.
Stand by.
Yeah, stand by. It's his list. I was just questioning. Give the audience, because I know, you know, some people may.
my thing is it. I love T.I. I'd love T.I. to death, right? But my thing is shoot. If I'm thinking of the stretch of albums, I mean, after what? 4? What else we gonna say about these last T albums?
T.I. is kind of T.I. is getting older. I mean, I wouldn't say that his hip hop is like his albums have been weak, but it's just people. There's a different audience change. There's a different generational change. He's not gonna be,
bro. You can rap at least 20 years, damn near.
Yeah, but just because you rap that long don't mean people are going to still be picking up on you like the beginning of your career. It's a new generation now.
That's my top 5.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Especially the one who's at number 1. So it's like, is that really an excuse? And
you've said some questionable things about some hip hop artists in the past that we talked about already. So I got to hear this top 5.
I mean,
but
my
I
top
will say,
debatable personally, but
I have to say, I would definitely put T.I. over Juvie though. I mean, if I left T.I. off of mine, I put him in my honorable mentions. But if
I'm putting T.I. on my honorable mentions, man, because my thing is just like stretch wise. That's the thing with T.I. The stretch. Like I can't because I would say a lot of people on my list, they're still making great music, or honestly, they're pretty like people are gonna have that same might like Drake, but Drake been rapping just as long as some of these folks, longevity wise now. If you think it just career wise and what we talk about physical years in the game. So it's kind of just like, that's why, when people try to deny Drake, I'm like, you can't really do that because it's like, look at the run he's been on.
I feel you, but I mean, but the thing of
he's been the same switch as every other artist that we say like, well, it's a younger crowd. I'm like, but all these artists have been through the same. It's like there's that weird blogger era of rap that includes a lot of artists that people forget about went through the same shift as all the old guard rappers did facing the newer rappers. They got to see all of it. Like, I remember cats having to go buy Drake's first album. Like physically, like, hey, I went to the store and purchased a CD and I had that on my nightstand of Drake's first album. You know what I'm saying? So it's these weird nuances where I'm just kind of like, that ain't really an excuse, bro. Like if you that hard, you that hard, and you gonna stand the test of time. Well, like you gonna make great music. And that's why a specific person is in my top 5, and I can make that argument too with this person.
But let me say this. There's why a specific person was also in my honorable mentions that y'all was like, Lil Wayne? Yeah, exactly where I'm arguing. So
but there's the reason why that person has to be on, and I'm gonna make this point for you to stick up for what you just said, Jay, for T.I., bro. If you put out consecutive albums, and not just like one or two, but you put out albums back to back to back to back to back, like, and obviously I know I left them off my list, but Trap Music, Urban Legend King, and T.I. vs. T.I.P., bro, like all of those were consistent, and they all were some of the hottest tracks.
I'm a T.I. fan and can say I can't put T.I. versus T.I.P. in that list because people did clown that out when it came out. They did. They did, bro. They did, bro. Y'all, this ain't revisionist history, bro. People like one half of that album and the second half they killed. Facts.
Here's what I say.
I wasn't heavy on Paper Trail, but you can put that on there too.
Matter of fact, Paper Trail was regarded higher than that album.
I was just about to say, I would say if you can say there was a dip, it happened at the Paper Trail point, because that was during the time.
First of all, hell no, it wasn't, because there's an album before Paper Trail that was way worse than Paper Trail and that no one even mentions. You didn't even mention.
Paper Trail?
How was that? Yeah. The one he put out before he went to prison was a fucking terrible album. That had Dead and Gone on Justin Timberlake. That was the only record people remember.
What album was that again?
It was no pain or some whatever, hate, something like that. It was bad. It was T.I. holding his head on the front cover, and it was a bad album. I'll tell you that right now. Nobody remembers that album because I was like, that's an album. Nobody remembers No Mercy, bro.
But No Mercy came out after Paper Trail, though.
I don't believe so.
Let me look at this discography.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that came out after Paper Trail came out.
No Mercy came out after Paper Trail.
Paper Trail came out in 08. No Mercy came out in 10.
Yeah, No Mercy 2010. Yeah, no. So yeah, like I said, if there was a dip, it was after Paper. It was either at Paper Trail or afterwards.
The dip was No
Mercy.
Mercy.
After.
But like I said, even with that, that's 4 straight albums of fire, bro. I can't. I had to stick with Jay on this one. Like T.I., on his list, he got to be up there.
Ooh.
That's the king, man. Sorry.
Cam, let's go, bro.
All right, man. So actually, I'm gonna give you 4 because I gave you 6 last time when I made that change. Threw me off a little bit. So number 9, coming in with K Dot. Actually, man, K Dot's one of the only rappers that can do, like, his sequences are just different. Like I mean, I could get technical about how rappers rap and how they rhyme and stuff, but man, like his sequences, like there are YouTube videos on how his verses are put together and structured. I advise everyone to go check them out just because it's retarded, man. Like the amount of mental stimulation that he puts in his music, man, most people can't even grasp. Like, I'll leave it at that. Number 8, man, I got Outkast. You know, that's just, I don't even know what to say, man. I mean, if you grew up in the South and you didn't listen to Outkast, like, I mean, even not growing up in the South, but especially growing up in the South, you didn't listen to him, man. That's crazy. Like, that's one of them. They just make great music after great music. Just you can do whatever to it. 7, I'm gonna go with Snoop. From Doggy Style to this last joint he did, Nipsey Blue, man. Snoop will rap, Snoop will sing, Snoop got gospel, you got Snoop Lion, you got Snoop Dogg, you got, man, like, dog, Snoop is like, I don't even know what to categorize him as. He's not just a rap, he's not any one thing, bro. Snoop is like he's almost like a god in the rap game, if you ask me, bro. I mean, just
he's an icon.
Pretty much.
He's an icon, man. Just in
Luke is
general.
the most famous rapper to ever live.
Yeah, he's an icon.
And then at number 6, man, I got T.I. Listen, man, I know we just had this discussion, but yo, what? And then to come back with Dime Trap. Look, hey man, I don't care what you're. That album was fire. Hefe, what? And then you got Dave Chappelle on that motherfucker. Man,
it was, but I don't think people.
That's cool. I do.
It's sad to say. I personally don't feel like people really fuck with T.I. like that. And I love Don Trap. I think it's
right.
Now I will say this though. A lot of people not gonna be fucking with T.I. because of shit that's going on down there.
Yeah,
we keeping it.
He's out of here.
He's about to go away. That's for certain. But you know, yeah, man. Like I say, man, niggas ruin niggas day. B, it's getting ugly out here, cuz. Oh man, it's bad business, man. I hate to see it, but shit, niggas is big tripping out here in these streets.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro.
So for me, with 10, man, Rakim, bro. Only thing I can say about that is the 18th letter, paid in full, and follow the leader. So that's all I'm gonna say about Rakim. 9 for me, Outkast. Y'all have already pretty much said everything y'all needed to say, but I fully agree 100%. I mean, AT Aliens to me is my favorite album by them. Stankonia was crazy, as we know. Aquemini, stupid. I mean, both of them. You can listen to
Box Love Below.
Yeah, and Speaker Box Love Below too. Yeah, and those are underrated to me. You know, Southern Playlist. I like funky music. Like, bro. Yeah, Outkast is on a different level. Like, they was just ridiculous. Both of them, like I said, individually, they both stand out too. But I had to put them together on the list just to give them the accomplishment they deserved on that. Number 8 for me, Ice Cube. Marv knows this, The Predator, one of my top 10 favorite albums. Ice Cube, stupid, man. To me, one of the most underrated rappers, in my opinion, that's been out. Period. I think he should get more credit. I know he started doing movies, and are we there yet? And so everybody started getting off the,
movie club, and I don't care, bro. He performed out all that. That nigga a legend.
Hey, bro, you forget when I'm telling. Like I said earlier, I was gonna mention it, but no Vaseline, bro. He shut him down, man. Like, so I had to give the 8th spot to Ice Cube. I did a quick swap here because I had to give credit where credit is due. So I'm gonna move one person down and one person up. I'll move Kendrick Lamar down to 7. Y'all already know how I feel about Kendrick. My favorite rapper out now. If he keeps putting out, fire, like if this next album that comes out is fire, no telling how long he's gonna keep putting out music. But right now, man, he out of 3 albums, man, 2 of them are definitely classics in my opinion. I love Cam was stupid. You know, I'm still gonna roll with the first album as his best in my opinion, but I don't know. There's nobody out doing it like him, man. And
Who?
when his next album comes out, I hear something stupid. Like I hear it's gonna be crazy. So he's far up my list, but he has the potential to keep moving up if he keeps doing his thing. So
Who's this?
Kendrick.
You said Kendrick?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you moved him down.
I did. I moved him down to number 7 on my list to elevate somebody else. I'm switching spots.
Oh, got you.
But yeah, he has the potential to keep going up, and the only reason I'm moving him down, like I said, is because he has the potential to go up still with the with the rest of his discography in the future. But
I reckon it's solidified, man. To be real,
you said what?
I think he's solidified. To be honest, I mean, to be real, I think this nigga's 3 albums, nothing has sounded like it in the past 10 to 20 years.
Fully agree. And like I said, out of those,
honestly, if that's why I say, like, when people mention nobody touched this nigga Kendrick.
Nah, they're not.
Like,
I
can't name one rapper who is remotely similar to this nigga.
Yeah, he's on a different level, man. The way he hits beats and stuff, like he flows with it, like and his flow is crazy, man. His flow is crazy. But yeah, he's number 7, and number 6, man. Like I said, I had to move this person up, and that's Snoop, man. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of West Coast artists on my list, because you already know, but Snoop is, like Marv said, probably the biggest rapper. Like, you know, what he did for hip hop, and just when you hear Snoop Dogg, you automatically know who it is. There's no mistaking. You know what it is. Like his delivery, his flow, like is unmatched. Like he's just on a different level. Doggy Style, man, is not enough I can say about it. So Snoop is number 6 on my list.
Solid. So I check it. Who want to kick this one off, man? This one is real right here. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say Marv. Yeah, Marv.
Go ahead.
I mean, mine is pretty honestly like standard, to be real. It's nothing like off kilter. 5, I put Nas. Nas. I mean, I think that's pretty explanatory. I mean, Nas's first album probably is regarded as one of the greatest hip hop albums, not the greatest hip hop album of all time. Like, Illmatic is, I mean, what can you say? It's a super producer album, so too much history that goes into that. Or, I put Big, man. I put Big. It's pretty self-explanatory, man.
We'll get back on it, Jay. We're gonna come back.
Big. 3, Pac, bruh. 3's Pac. 2, y'all gonna hate me for this, but this is the truth. Snoop.
I don't hate you for it.
Nah,
I mean,
can't hate on that, bro. Like,
I don't care what anyone says, bro. People will learn to give Calvin motherfucking bro his flowers, dog. Period. I don't think people understand the fruits that have come from this man's tree. Period. From Doggy Style to I don't even care. The No Limit albums.
Yeah.
Fire. The Pharrell album. Fire. The Blue Carpet Treatment on.
Blue Carpet Treatment. Everybody wanted to clown, but hey, that's my jam.
The Gospel album. Fire. Blue Line album. Fire. This last album he just made, what was it? Thank Me. I Just Want to Thank Me. Fire. And that, Snoop made that, a year ago, 2 years ago? Fire. He's the most consistent rapper next to Too Short if you want to talk about longevity.
When we talk about music, like good, just vibing music, that he's the king of that. Like,
That's true.
I
agree.
Great music, bro. Phenomenal music. And he talks about something in every album. Yep. Every album. You can see where Snoop's life was in every single album.
This is his delivery, though, man. And his delivery, like, no one delivers like that.
He has one of the best flows in the game.
Yeah, easily.
And you're talking about a dude who literally went from making the on Bitches Ain't Shit but Hoes and Tricks to doing a fucking record with Justin Timberlake, nigga. Like, having a cooking show at Martha Stewart. Like,
that was legendary in itself right there.
From making Lay Low to Sexual Eruption. Like, huh? Like, come on, bro.
Marvin knows this too. I didn't hate on that album either, bro. I didn't hate on that album. I thought it was all right.
No. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Ego Trip is a fire album, bro.
Yeah, bro. It was pretty good, man.
Ego Trip to me got probably one of the best rap breakup songs ever. Easy.
Oh,
You got a song in there, Raphael Sadiq, that to me, I think is probably one of the best records made. Easy. And then number one, bro, Hove. Self-explanatory, bro. Hove. I don't think there's no one topping this nigga, bro. I don't. And he still keeps making albums with music. That J Electronic album, you might as well just count that as 4.444 square, nigga, to be real. To be honest, it is. No one's beating Jay, man. No one's beating Jay, bro. As much as people want to hate on whatever, man, there is no one, in my opinion, who's ever gonna top. Drake has the potential to do it, but at the same time, the thing that Drake has to do, and he's gonna have to do it to a level that Hove has done, is he's gonna have to get transparent on stuff that is fuckboy shit.
Drake has not a single chance to ever top Hove. Never.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
That's just like. All right,
I can't count him out, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why you can. So you know how like when LeBron went to the finals against the Mavs and lost, right? There was a stain on his record that will never allow him to be on top of Jordan, right?
Right.
Like it's like that. Like some of his music has stained his career to the point where it don't matter. You can never graduate to be higher than Hove. It don't matter. Like you can. It does. It's just.
Who are you debating?
Never had them stains.
Who are you saying that couldn't get above him?
Drake.
Oh yeah, Drake, that's no. I give.
But this is what I'm saying. You talking to like a whole fan here, right? I don't know. I said the same thing about Drake, and EJ knows this. I was not a fan of Drake when he came out, but my thing is that over time, no, bruh, I can't deny the track record, bruh. I can't. As much as we may think of Drake in a certain fashion, what I'm saying is that like, hey, bruh, Drake has been mentioned with these niggas because, man, he's earned that spot, bro.
He's earned the spot.
Yes.
But I'll say this. He's higher on your list, though.
I'm not gonna sit here and say, hey, I'm the biggest Drake fan and I'm a Drake dick rider or whatever, man. But hey, I went back and listened to records. The nigga pen is crazy, man. It is. The difference between Drake and Hove, in my opinion, it's a level of transparency and the kind of people they are. Drake as a man is what's gonna hold him back to never being as great as Hove.
No, there's a difference. Drake is a performer. Hove is an artist. There's a difference.
So Drake is an artist?
Drake has writers, right?
Huh?
Drake has writers, right?
To a degree. But
Fellas, this is a conversation.
Wait, let me finish. A lot of artists, hold on. A lot of artists have used writers in hip hop that we don't think have writers. Dead ass.
Dr. Dre.
Hove is not one.
Hold on. My thing is we got to define what a writer is, because like I say, a lot of people who aren't classified as writers, come to find out history down the line, then gave a hook.
We'll come back on that. We'll do that another podcast because.
But what I'm saying is that a lot of artists have done that, bro. Even some of the greatest rappers of all time, my nigga. Because I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. It's been on record
for that though.
Whoa! Let me make this point, bro. Biz Markie has helped Big Daddy Kane, which is granted one of the greatest fucking lyricists of all time. He has been on record saying that, hey, Biz has helped me put together records, and this is Kane, bro. So this is what I'm saying, like all of that.
I feel that, but dude got writers even at the height of his career. Some of his best songs, you know what I'm saying, people wrote for him. Like it's one thing to get help, but if that's what you make your niche off of, and that's how you make your money, you can't ever top a person that wrote his own stuff.
I don't know, bro. This is what we always say.
Right. That's debatable.
As many people who's been on there. It's debatable. Hey, you even got niggas like Sauce Money who was in them studios back then with Jay, bruh. And it's been alluded to that, hey, Sauce them throwing a chorus here and there to Hove. This is what I'm saying.
Hey, that's a whole conversation. But what
I'm saying is that matters, bro. If we're looking at catalog great and making songs, bro, and great records. That matters, bro. You have to write songs. These artists write songs, bro. They just don't rap 600 bars in a chorus. You have to make records. Records of just, they're more too than just, hey, I'm writing 100 bars and it's just me rambling. You got to make it robust, bro. So what I'm saying is that, hey, the only person that I know
Talking about Drake versus
that has never been written for, bro, and it is pretty much been solidified and confirmed by everyone who's ever been around this person in history is Big. Period.
We gotta move on, fellas. We gotta move on.
Yeah.
Yep. Who's next?
I'll go next real quick. Number 5, I have Eminem. One of the best rappers, one of the best lyricists of all time. And he's special for a white guy. I think that's all that needs to be said. He's number 5. Number 4, I have Kanye West. A great lyricist, but their production value, oh my God, he is a musical savant. Now outside of that, that's neither here nor there. Number 3. Somebody that I don't see in y'all top 5, but I'm gonna put for number 3 is LL Cool J. LL.
You know what?
LL,
I ain't gonna be mad about that, bro.
Yeah, I can't be mad about that.
LL does not get the props,
bro.
He does not get the props that he very well deserves. Talk about every album that LL has ever put out has either went gold or platinum. I am sorry, but
hey, I don't know about this last.
I think the last two they didn't chart well. The last two, his last 2 albums did not chart well, but the majority of his whole catalog, they have went platinum. So LL's up there.
I see you, Jay.
Hey, but hey.
I feel you. Hey, I feel you though. In his heyday, yeah, LL Cool J was on top.
LL was that dude. LL was that guy, bro.
He got smoked by Candace, but other than that, yeah, he was.
You thought he got smoked by Candace?
Yeah, I think he did.
I don't think so. Not a stretch. First round, yes. The stretch, no. Yeah. The song after second round knockout was terrible, and I'm a Candace fan.
Yeah, that first round though. Oof.
First round knockout was a record, but hey, this nigga started going crazy though with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and all this other stuff. Like it's different.
Just gonna say, a lot of people don't talk about cannabis, but when they do talk about cannabis, they talk about LL. So number 2, one of the best rapping groups of all time. I know I had Wu-Tang on my list, but Tribe Called Quest. One of the best collectives of hip hop of all time.
You're
not on my list.
Woo-wee. Yes, sir.
Exactly. Production, the lyrical ability. These guys are so formidable. And you talk about cruising music. This is stuff the sounds that just put you in a positive freaking mood and just motivate you. And sometimes just listening to them is just relaxing. It's mind numbing. Man, they are great. Tribe Called Quest, shout out. And number 1, the all-time, the notorious B.I.G. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Marv, but the number 1 rapper, in my opinion, yes, because Jay-Z's good. You could put Jay-Z's fine. You number 1, but Biggie.
I'm surprised at your top 5. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna kill you for having white man up there, but
But Biggie's talk about, in my opinion, the best hip hop flow I have ever heard is gonna come from Biggie. This dude, the way he raps, he is telling a straight up story to you, and it's beautiful and put together.
He's
and
got
to know,
stars, but Biggie's big.
Right. But to find out that this dude didn't really have to write his lyrics down, and just knew this. Did this stuff straight out the head is just mind-blowing to me. Rest in peace, Biggie, because that's the best rapper of all time, in my opinion.
That's nice. That's nice, Jay. I like that. Yeah, that was solid. Bro.
Not a bad. It's surprising. Not a bad list. I give you respect. Give you especially on that Tribe Called Quest call. That's big respect on that, man.
And don't forget, Tribe also put because Marv was talking about Busta with Dre, but who else put Busta out there too? Tribe Called Quest.
Hold
They
on.
want they put him on. He was on Scenario.
Well, he was a part. Well, they put them on solo, but he was still out with Leaders because Tribe and Leaders and New School out at the same time.
No, I'm just saying he was
Solo wise, yes.
one of the best songs of all time in Scenario. Busta was out there too, and I think that blew him up a little bit too. And
Mirrored him as a solo artist from Leaders, but Busta was around though.
Right.
Though, Jay, because bro, I played Midnight Marauders all the way through at least once a month.
Yes, sir.
Tribe is my favorite hip hop group of all time. Like, period. I was honorable mentions if we talk about second to them is Mobb Deep, but that's I'm not mad at that.
Yep. Am I the only one left, or is Cam? Cam, you gotta go, or you already went? I couldn't hear you. Say it again.
Yeah, it's both of us.
All right, you go. Go ahead, man.
All right, so at 5, I got Big. I agree with everything you just said, Jay, about Big being your number one spot. The only reason why he's not up higher is just simply due to tenure. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think he would. I just would have loved, man, to see. But I mean, everything happens, man. You know, people are immortalized when they pass. But he's one that you didn't have to necessarily immortalize like that. He had the talent to back it up.
Right.
4, I got Pac. Pac is Pac, man. You know, rapper, leader, activist, movie star, everything about him, man. You know, he could say something bad about you, you know, in a gangster way, and then, you know what I'm saying, keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? And it all is just fire and you feel it. You know.
You intended that pun? That was an intentional pun right there.
Hey, listen. Listen. Hey.
I caught that.
So number 3, Yeezy. Listen. I understand that Ye may have, you know, in this time and age, we're just, the revisionist history is so minute. People just look at the last 10 days or something, and that's what they, you know, for most of the, but for us here, you know, we're in the 30 plus club, and college dropout, graduation, early registration.
Say it again.
Kanye, bro. Number 3. Listen, man.
808.
Bro, I didn't even want to get to that because I want to keep it low. And if I mention that album, like, I cannot stop talking about that album, bro, because
I'll mention it. I got you.
Goodness, man. But yeah, Ye, bro, from rapping to, like, Ye literally made albums from front to back with, I mean, you take Ross to a different level. Even though Snoop make great music, I still think as a lyrical artist, Ye takes that music to a whole nother level with the things that he was saying. Now, he did fall off with some of his later stuff, but nah, top 3. All right, number 2, man, listen, y'all are very disrespectful because every single artist out there now gets their music from Lil Wayne, bro. Every single artist out here today gets their music from Wayne. I don't care who you are. This is my time right now. Wayne number 2, and Wayne is from the South, number 1, bro. Every single artist sounds like him. He created the sound. I understand he has some ups and downs, but as far as much music, Cross put out more music than Wayne with the mixtapes and the albums. Boom.
Master P on display.
like Wayne number 2, man. He's number 2. Number 1, yo, is Hove. Bro, from Reasonable Doubt to 444, Hove was able to translate where he wanted to go to the average person in great lyrical form that you can understand, but still having triple entendres for those of us who really listen. I cannot, like, his penmanship, although he say he don't write, but his penmanship to whatever he puts on the track and the music he produces, man, is second to none. Like, from being broke to being stupid rich, he's still translating messages. And it's just unbelievable, man, what he do. He number 1 on my all-time list. There you have it.
That's
Awesome.
solid. That's
Awesome.
solid. I'm gonna add on to it. For me, bro, like Cam already said it, but I gotta say it again, man. There's no top 5 list without Kanye West on there. The first 5 albums, you can say what you want. In my personal opinion, they're all classics. Starting from The College Dropout to Late Registration to Graduation, which is probably my favorite project by Kanye, to 808s and Heartbreaks, to which Cam already knows where I'm going, bro.
Bro,
That album got me through some shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
facts.
It hit home. It was timely for me, and not only would it just being there for something that I was going through at that time, it was just a fire album from Coldest Winter like all the way through, just from top to bottom. And I remember when they said that he was coming out with an album like that, I didn't know how I was gonna feel about it. And when I put it in and I first listened to it, I was like, damn, Kanye going off, man. Like,
Isn't that the album right after his mom passed?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, which one?
808.
808 to the Heartbreaks.
If I remember correctly, because I connected
That was
with
afterwards, huh? That was after his mom died after 808. I
I
think.
can't remember.
Maybe she did. All I know is
I know
Kanye
she
went
was
through
sick though. Like it was going through something. He was going through something with that album.
He's going through a breakup.
Kanye went through that breakup, and he wrote that album. And me personally, I was going through some shit at the time, bro. 808s was just nigga. That was just, it was different. It was what was needed, and he killed it. So any notions I had going in, he solved all that. Like it was fire. And then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, people don't talk about enough. That honestly could be considered my favorite album by him. I think Graduation narrows it, like it beats it narrowly, like very, very narrowly. And then he had the whole Good Friday thing for like 3 months that came out when he was doing Monster with Nicki and everybody. Like Kanye killed it. I know he's fallen off recently and the stuff going on. After his mom passed, some stuff has happened with Kanye and the whole Kardashian thing and Yeezus and all this stuff. But
Watch the Throne.
the first 5 albums were stupid, bro. Completely stupid.
Forget about Watch.
You said what?
Don't forget about Watch the Throne.
And Watch the Throne too, bro. That's true, man. That's true. And Watch the Throne was stupid. So you could say like 6 legitimate projects from that dude are classics. 5 of the 6, if you want to say, but there is no top 5 list without Kanye, so I had to put him on there. Number 4 is Wayne, man. Being on the West Coast, and I think when we were younger, music was, I won't say segregated to certain coasts, but like you didn't hear all of a certain style of music depending on wherever you were. Like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, like I guess like in the early 2000s it started to get more mainstream, like East Coast, West Coast, Southern rap, like everybody started listening to everything. But like for a time, I listened to mostly West Coast rap growing up. I had a couple of friends of mine, family friends who were on the East Coast, so I listened to some stuff like that from the East Coast, but I didn't really listen to Southern rap a lot until probably like 99, 2000. And Wayne was probably one of the first Southern rappers I started listening to, and I don't care what nobody says, man. He took a crazy leap from where he was, and when the Carter came out, man, he was on a different level. Carter 2 dropped, my favorite album by him by far. By far.
Carter's hard.
Yo, listen, Jay, if you, listen, if you can listen, we're all going to be in person one day. We're going to get together one day. I know we're in different states, but one of these days we're going to get together. If you can sit there and listen to the Carter 2 and you don't move your head not one damn time, I will give you respect.
No, but I said this before though. I enjoyed Carter 2 and even Carter 3, but after that, it's afterwards. It's after the hype, and it just started going downwards for me. That's
Mixtapes are better than the albums.
Yeah, nigga.
Gangsta Grills, listen. Sorry for the wait.
That nigga
No
made no feelings after that, cause like that's pretty crazy.
Marvin, remember when No Ceilings came out when we was in school, bro? That was
and we was up here just like, this nigga is fucking bugging.
Yo,
Yes.
Wayne mixtape collection is better than most people's careers.
Hey, hands down, bro. Hands down.
We was running around campus over rain, we yelling like, no ceilings.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But just to hurry up and get through real quick, but the Carter 2, bro, the Mob, Money on My Mind, Best Rapper Alive, which to me is one of my favorite records.
Hold on, bro. Let's even just more plain, bro. This nigga made Like Father, Like Son with Baby. I don't care. That album was phenomenal. Rapping on that album too.
That was a good album too, bro. I can't
that nigga, Leather So Soft was on that album, bro. Let's stop playing. Leather So Soft was on that album, bro. Let's stop playing like that wasn't a record, bro. I played that song every day.
But bro, when you get into that album and you get to the song called Hustler Music,
Come on,
bro, like Hustler Music in itself, it's a probably top 10 rap song to me of all time, bro. Like
Money on My Mind's up to you.
Bro, and Money on My Mind. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, bro. So it's just not enough that could be said. But Wayne is gonna take that 4th spot for me. 3, I put this man on here because in my household when I was growing up and I was super young, I wasn't listening to rap like that because that's like my dad's from a different era, and the cursing and all that kind of stuff like that. When I was super young, my dad was just like, he's not listening to that till he gets older. So my first album that I listened to was like rap album that I listened to fully understood and like talk about it with other people. I was probably like 9 or 10, so that was what, like 97, 98. And the first album that I listened to was Reasonable Doubt. So Jay-Z is, Cam already said it, 444. The Blueprint, dude's on a different level. And I had to give him the number 3 spot because you top 3 Jay-Z got to be in it. Whether you say 1, 2, or 3, he's got to be in the top 3. Yeah. Number 2 for me is Pac. Going back to the West Coast on this. Just too many of his songs, bro. For, like I said, for me in general and being where I'm from and just listening to him. He's another storyteller, man. I mean, like Cam said, he can go from acting crazy to putting out songs, talking about moms to saying you respected. Like, I loved his versatility. Even though he could get crazy and he didn't have enough time to actually give us everything that he could, had to give Pac the 2nd spot. So yeah, definitely number 2 on that list. And then for me, I'm rolling with Jay, man, because it's just irrefutable. Biggie is the best to me, hands down. Didn't have enough time, like Cam said, to give us more. Ready to Die and Life After Death. I mean, I don't see a lot of albums competing against those. Just being 100% honest.
Right.
His ability, just his ability in general. I know we talked about Snoop's flow and the way his voice comes over on the track. Biggie did it so effortlessly. Like it was just like he was just drinking. It was like drinking water. It was just like he was talking. And it just all went together. So for me, Biggie the top spot, and that's how I'm gonna end it, man.
I would say Biggie is hip hop. Like you have a lot of artists, they will write, they'll put together songs. Biggie lived it, and when you live hip hop and that's all you do, bro, it was amazing just to hear him freestyle, because it's like, dude, you've had so many bars in your head that you just never stop, man, and it's amazing. Like if I was to say hip hop, like Biggie is hip hop. He lived it, he breathed it, everything. Like it's just not too many people I've ever seen that can just go off the top of their head and have some substance, and it makes sense.
Yep, right. Yeah, man. So everyone's list so far, in my opinion, has been good. I know we got some disagreements on which ranking it should be, but of course it's everybody's perspective and opinion. Like for example, Marv got picks on there, artists I've never heard of. So
They ain't got somebody on his list.
Who?
I said you don't have somebody on your list, but we ain't...
right.
Oh.
But I mean,
honorable mention though.
Honorable mention, but I will say this was a success, fellas. I had fun on this one, 100%. And honestly, we'll always keep continuing to talk about it. So for everybody that are listening, I know me and Jay have already talked about it. Marvin and Cam, I hadn't gotten a chance to talk to y'all about it, but what I wanted to do and what we're gonna do eventually going down the road is we're gonna do a Spotify list to go with each individual list that we've made. So what we'll do is we'll get together off the podcast. We'll talk about who we want to put as our all-time 20 in general. So all of us will come up with who we feel is our all-time 20. And what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll pick like 4 or 5 tracks from each artist that we picked through the 20. We'll make a Spotify list and we'll put that out there for everybody, so you can come listen to the SHU Program's 20 greatest rappers greatest list. And obviously it's gonna be long because it's gonna be like four tracks per person. So, but I know many of us, like Cam said, we in our 30s, we be traveling, going places like that. This is riding music, so it'll be a long list. You'll be able to listen to it all the way through on whatever trip you take. So definitely tune in. We got a lot coming. We got more. This is just the first of 4 music episodes coming out. Stay tuned, man.
I want to throw something out there, and this coming straight out of left field for the group. So I actually like that idea, bro, and I think it should be a series. So because there's so many different genres and so many different, so many ways you can listen to music. So you want ride music, you want hype music, you want East Coast music, West Coast music. I think we should actually make this a series and attach a Spotify list to it, so that while we're talking about it, we can give you songs and stuff to go along with it. And I mean, man, there's so much that goes into music. We could talk about this quite a bit. So I think this should be a series, bro. What y'all think?
I think we could do that, definitely. Like you said, if we separate it to like you said, riding music, West Coast, best of West Coast, best of East Coast, best of the South, we can definitely do that. We could do like 4 volumes per theme or whatever. We'll get together.
When we get into songs, when we get into actual songs, that's really gonna open the floodgates. I mean, dude, you talking how many great songs that each artist makes? So yeah, that's a lot of content to bring to people, man.
Yeah, and like I said, like I was thinking 4 or 5 songs per person. So if you're doing a 20-person list, you do 5 songs per person. Obviously, you got a lot of tracks, and so this will just give somebody, like, we start off with this one, then we can break it down, Cam, like you said, into different into different subsets of the rap genre. We can do that for R&B too, but start off with us getting the 20 together, getting the 5 tracks that we like best per person, putting that on the Spotify list, and then letting y'all go out there and listening to it, man. I think it'll be cool. It'll be something for y'all to connect with us about, and y'all can talk with us about it. So yeah.
Great show, man. Great show. Honestly, had more fun than I thought I would. If I'm being honest, man. It's great. Like when we do shows, it's you have content and then you have stuff that you're emotionally tied to. So definitely one of those I felt.
Yeah, for sure.
Indeed.
And we got some other topics. I gotta break out the knowledge. We coming with it on these next ones. So Jay, I'm gonna teach you some things, bro. I'm gonna teach you some things. We're gonna get into
Oh yeah, EJ. Before we sign out, let them know what we're doing next after this one.
Yeah. So for the next one, man, we got 3 more themed episodes. For the next upcoming episode, we're gonna hit y'all with today's R&B. We're gonna start with from 1990 to 2021, so till today. And we're gonna come with our top 20 on that list. We'll go through it just like we did with the rappers. And at the very end, we'll attach a link to that one as well, and we'll give y'all the top tracks from our 20 R&B artists from 90 to 21. So yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, that wraps up another episode of the SHU Program, man. Feel free to follow all of us on social media. Feel free to like us to our YouTube page at the SHU Program. Tune in for all of our episodes there. If you haven't listened to us in the past, first time listener, we hope you come back. And even if you're last time listener, thank you for just listening and showing us love. So feel free to tap in with us. We signing out. Y'all take it easy on this Memorial Day weekend. Peace.
Peace.
Y'all take it easy, man.